We're going to start our tour in Boone Square Park in the Portland neighborhood. Now, this was Olmsted's first park in 1890. It is a community-sized park, not a regional attraction park. Now, here was the problem. There was pollution, there was noise. Other cities had gotten ahead of us. They had developed significant green space. Louisville was behind the curve. And so we turned to Frederick Law Olmsted. Now, Olmsted was no slouch of a parks designer. He had credentials. He had done Central Park in New York City. He had done the Emerald Necklace in Boston. And so enter Frederick Law Olmsted to bring Louisville up to speed in the development of green space where city dwellers could find respite and renewal. So in 1893, Frederick Law Olmsted brought city leaders a plan. The plan called for 3 major parks far removed from the city, outside the city limits. He understood the economic potential of that lure. He understood that people would move and build some of Louisville's finest homes overlooking those grand parks. Frederick Law Olmsted understood that his new parks would be community gathering places. People would be attracted to them, but he also understood that the special landscape features that he had developed would require a very special kind of community nurturing. Frederick Law Olmsted relished the challenges that the lay of the land provided in the 3 major parks. Look, he designed here a great lawn, a giant oval space that would be an attraction for gatherings, large family gatherings, and other kinds of recreational use. In Shawnee Park here, he also provided an evening sunset vista. Look at the grass here. It was first cut by a flock of sheep. Out at Iroquois Park in the south, he saw an ice cream scoop sylvan retreat covered with dense forest. And so the challenge was to climb up to the top of the Iroquois Hill. And that provided a wonderful vista to the north, the city far off. Now, in the east, we've got Cherokee Park with a creek valley with steep hillsides and deep forest. Olmsted opened up little sections for gatherings and even some smaller sections for personal retreat and meditation. Olmsted's major park plan called for his parks to be connected by tree-lined landscape parkways. You know, we got almost 15 miles built. They're not perfectly connected now, but I'm telling you, you can still ride a long way on Olmsted's parkways. Now, Frederick Law Olmsted retired in 1895, but the Olmsted firm continued to do significant smaller park work here in Louisville for several decades. For instance, they did Central Park in Old Louisville in 1904. Lovely, lovely Tyler Park in my district in 1906. You know, that's that park nestled in the old creek valley with the homes overlooking it and that absolutely magnificent stone bridge. But you know, they also did Victory Park in the Parkland neighborhood in 1919. And they did this lovely Chickasaw Park in 1923. Chickasaw Park features, among other things, a beautiful vista of the Ohio River and these unique clay tennis courts and the lily pond with its distinguished bridge. All of the Olmsted parks makes Louisville unique among cities in the world. Only 4 cities in the world have what's called a fully mature Olmsted park system. Massive regional parks, smaller community parks, and the lovely parkways make that we are a fully Olmstedian city. You know, in the 1960s, our Olmsted parks, Seneca and Cherokee, took a real big hit. Right on the edge of those parks, Interstate 64 was literally carved through the earth. And then in 1974, Cherokee Park. The lovely Cherokee Park had 80% of its hardwood forest devastated by that tornado in 1974. But you know, something good came out of all of that. People realized that our jewels that had been handed down to us, our Olmsted parks, were vulnerable, and that they really needed our special care. All of that community energy and volunteerism and emphasis came together in 1989 with the creation of the Olmsted Conservancy. And with that special design work, organization of volunteers, the raising of monies, all of that came together. You know, Louisville, we've got a jewel here in our Olmsted parks, and they've been handed to us, and it's now up to us to give them that special care. You know, I really appreciate you joining me. It's been a long ride, but I'm gonna pedal off one more link to Heine Brothers Coffee and get me a special cup of Java. Thanks for joining me.